Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel Future Force. Please subscribe and like my videos because today we are going to take you deep into one of the most tense and closely watched developments in modern geopolitics, the rising tensions in the Persian Gulf and the potential for a full-scale naval clash between the United States and Iran. This is a moment where diplomacy, military power, and regional strategies are colliding, and the stakes could not be higher. Many are asking, could this confrontation escalate into a war that reshapes the balance of power in the Middle East and beyond? In this video, we will analyze this situation from every possible angle, from the exterior might of their naval forces to the intricate details of their interior operations, the performance of their warships, the safety and defensive measures in place, the unique selling points that give each side an advantage, their relative costs and expenditures, and finally, what this all means for the world. When we look at the exterior presence of these two powers, the difference in scale is immediately visible. The United States Navy operates one of the largest and most technologically advanced fleets in the world, with aircraft carriers like the USS Nimitz and USS Gerald R. Ford representing floating cities of war, each capable of launching dozens of advanced fighter jets, helicopters, and surveillance drones. Their destroyers, cruisers, and submarines patrol the seas with state-of-the-art radar, stealth technologies, and missile defense systems. On the other side, the Iranian naval forces, though much smaller in size, have adapted a very different exterior strategy. Instead of massive carriers, they rely on fast attack craft, mini-submarines, missile boats, and an arsenal of land-based anti-ship missiles strategically positioned along the Strait of Hormuz. Externally, their navy might appear less imposing, but its power lies in asymmetric warfare, swarms of small, fast vessels designed to confuse and overwhelm larger, slower, moving ships. This contrast in exterior design reflects two different philosophies: projection of overwhelming force by the United States versus flexible, guerrilla-style naval tactics by Iran. The interior dimension is where things become even more interesting and critical. Inside the command centers of U.S. naval vessels, you find some of the most advanced combat information systems in existence. Their ships are integrated with Aegis combat systems capable of tracking and engaging multiple targets simultaneously, coordinating air defense and managing electronic warfare with precision. The living quarters on U.S. carriers are equipped to support thousands of personnel, including pilots, engineers, medical teams, and intelligence officers. These floating bases have everything from advanced medical facilities to gyms, dining halls, and high-tech communications rooms that allow real-time coordination with commands across the globe. For the Iranian side, the interiors of their vessels are far more modest but highly optimized for their mission profile. Many of their fast attack boats have minimal crew and are stripped down to essentials to maximize speed and maneuverability. Their submarines, often of Russian or locally modified design, are designed for stealth in shallow Gulf waters, with interior layouts focusing on quick-strike capability rather than long-term deployment comfort. Iranian naval bases and command structures are also heavily fortified inland, relying on a network of coastal surveillance and underground missile storage to maintain operational secrecy. The real interior strength of Iran lies not just in its ships, but in its distributed command structure, which makes it harder for adversaries to cripple their navy with a single strike. When we assess performance, the United States Navy has a clear edge in open ocean dominance. Their vessels are capable of long-term deployment, powered by nuclear reactors in the case of aircraft carriers and submarines, allowing them to remain at sea for months without refueling. Their carrier strike groups operate as a cohesive unit, with integrated air, sea, and electronic warfare capabilities that make them a formidable presence. Their performance in large-scale warfare is unmatched. However, performance is not just about raw power, it is about suitability for the battlefield. Iran's navy is built for the Persian Gulf, a narrow, shallow, and strategically complex body of water where speed, agility, and missile saturation can challenge even the most advanced fleets. Iranian forces have repeatedly demonstrated their ability to lay mines, launch hit and run attacks, and use drone surveillance effectively in this region. Their missile systems, including the Nor and Qatar anti-ship missiles, have ranges sufficient to threaten U.S. assets in the Gulf. So, while the U.S. may outperform Iran in open waters in the constrained and heavily monitored waters of the Strait of Hormuz, Iran's performance potential cannot be underestimated. Safety features in this context are not just about saving lives but about preventing escalation. The U.S. Navy invests heavily in missile defense systems such as the Phalanx Soyuz, Aegis interceptors, and electronic countermeasures to neutralize incoming threats. Their ships are compartmentalized to prevent catastrophic flooding or fire damage, and their aircraft carriers are equipped with multiple layers of security, from armed escorts to submarine screens. Iran, lacking such large-scale ships, focuses its safety on dispersal and concealment. Their vessels are often small enough to blend with civilian maritime traffic. Their missile sites are hidden in mountainous terrain, and they use decoys, electronic interference, and redundancy to survive first strikes. Safety for them also includes the ability to rapidly repair or replace lost assets, as many of their boats and drones are relatively inexpensive compared to U.S. warships. The unique selling points of each side are telling. For the United States, its unique selling point is global reach and technological supremacy. It can project power anywhere, coordinate with NATO allies, and bring unmatched logistical support. Its advanced fighter jets, like the F-35 and F/A-18 Super Hornet, give it air superiority, and its carrier strike groups are the ultimate deterrence. For Iran, its unique selling point is geography and asymmetric warfare. The Strait of Hormuz is its backyard, and it controls or can threaten one of the world's most vital oil choke points. It does not need to destroy the U.S. Navy to achieve its goals. Merely disrupting shipping for a few days can shake global markets and apply political pressure. Iran also benefits from a network of regional allies and proxies from Yemen to Lebanon that can add layers of complexity to any U.S. operation. Price is another critical dimension. The U.S. Navy's budget for 2025 exceeds $220 billion, with a single aircraft carrier costing over $13 billion to build and billions more annually to operate. Each destroyer or cruiser costs around $1-2 billion, and the maintenance of these fleets in the Gulf region alone can run into the tens of billions per year. Iran's naval budget, by contrast, is a fraction of this, around $6-8 billion, depending on estimates. Their reliance on smaller, domestically produced or modified vessels, drones, and missiles allows them to operate at a much lower cost, but with a strategy designed to inflict higher economic pain on adversaries. This cost asymmetry is both a strength and a vulnerability. The U.S. can outspend Iran by a huge margin, but Iran can cause disproportionate damage with much less. So, what is the conclusion of this brewing standoff? Both sides have reasons to avoid an all-out war. The U.S., while militarily superior, knows that a conflict in the Gulf could disrupt global oil flows, draw in regional allies like Saudi Arabia and Israel, and escalate into a much larger confrontation. Iran, on the other hand, is aware that a full-scale naval war would devastate its economy and invite overwhelming retaliation. The brinkmanship we see today, seizing tankers, conducting naval drills, issuing threats, is part of a broader game of signaling. But the margin for error is razor thin. A miscalculation, a missile fired at the wrong moment, or a drone shot down over disputed waters could ignite a chain reaction. The world is watching, the markets are nervous, and the people of the Gulf are hoping that diplomacy prevails over destruction. If there is a lesson in this, it is that modern naval warfare is not just about who has the bigger ships, but who can better control the flow of information, energy, and influence in one of the world's most strategic waterways.